It's all, oh my gosh, it just won't go away. It's this cold that never ends.
You like my fall sweater?
Oh my gosh, it's totally beautiful. I love it. Let's do fall. It's here today.
It's here today. It's arrived. It's fall, y'all.
Raining and cloudy and everything.
It's all the good
So
stuff.
So November energies, huh? November crown straightener. All right, I'm gonna
That's
shuffle
insane.
the deck.
We made it.
I know, it's really crazy. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle our oracle card deck. Jumpy, jumpy. Okay, this card is called Heart to Heart. It's the Two of Hearts.
Two
This is good.
of hearts, two hearts that beat as two
one, two.
of hearts.
I need you.
I need you. In case you
Anyway.
need a soundtrack for November, there you go.
So this typically, like in traditional cardology, Two of Hearts is two people. Hearts would be love. So it's about relationships, usually partnering. But it also, we picked the oracle card meaning to be having a heart to heart. So it could be having a heart to heart conversation, or maybe just starting to connect with people more at a heart level. So I think we're having some trouble with that on the planet right now.
Room for improvement.
Room for improvement, where you, instead of being in the logical mind of you're a ridiculous person and those are ridiculous ideas, it's getting into that heart space where you connect with them at the human level, understanding that what you think might be a ridiculous idea is probably coming from a place of pain. We have a little journal on here, and that would mean maybe you need a heart to heart with yourself. You could journal to yourself and have a heart to heart, a real talk, as corporate Candy used to call it.
It's real.
It's a real talk. So that's pretty much it. It could mean if you're single, maybe you come into a relationship this month. It's always a good sign to have that card. If you're looking for love.
Cool.
So do you want to tune in?
Yeah, those are all great concepts from the Two of Hearts. So let's see. Well, they're reminding me of the playlist that I was just working on for my breathwork class coming up, and it as a playlist on gratitude. So moving into November, it's kind of like October has all this sort of like charged energy, and moving into November with fall being like fully on board if you live in that space, or I guess what would it be, spring fully on board, either way it works. It's like we're moving out of this heated charged energy, moving more into this desire to go more within, because we're realizing that that's the only place that we really have control, is how we're feeling and how we're showing up. So we've been super externally focused during the summer, these past like 6 months. And it's like everybody just sort of throwing up their hands and being like, well, fuck, I don't know. None of that seemed to work. So now it's just like, all right, I'm going to clean my own house. I'm going to get my own shit in order. I'm going to focus on the things that matter to me, like relationships, family, friends. And I'm going to focus on nurturing those components of my life in hopes that that starts to change the external factors, which is exactly what we should all be doing. It is the only way to change the external factors.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's like the core tenet of Eastern philosophy and spirituality, which is you change the inside, and if enough people do the work to change the insides of them, then the planet just automatically changes.
Yeah, your external reflects your internal, and vice versa.
That's true, right? Like if you're not cleaning up your internal world, then you're going to see the reflection of that in what you're experiencing. So sometimes that sucks, but it's also accurate.
Now they're showing, they were still showing stuff. They're showing, like for Laura and I, we're Swifties, not the obsessed Swifties that follow all the Easter eggs and go down the rabbit holes. We appreciate their hard work. Thank you. We are more the, what is it called? Lower tier Swifties, where like we're hanging on, but we're at the bottom rungs. We're benefiting from all the other ones. So they're showing me Taylor Swift's album when she dropped it and how excited all the Swifties got and how it pushed us into joy, no different than when the Barbie movie dropped and so many people were excited about that, pushed them into joy. But it's not a powerless joy. It's a finding power in the joy. So we've been searching for power in the frustration, and now we're going to let that go and we're going to search for power in the joy. So it's allowing yourself to do the things that make you happy and not feeling guilty about being happy, because that is the best way to fight. It's the best way to resist, is to be in joy.
This is something that I've always felt a connection to, even when I was young. And like when I would go to church, I grew up Catholic, and they would make you feel guilty, or they don't make you feel anything, but they try to, like, I don't know. It's like the whole methodology is like you feel like shit about yourself. So I guess you keep going to church. I don't know. So, but I always felt a disconnect with that, because I always felt like, no, we're supposed to feel joy. Like that is the point. And it's like I've resonated with that my whole life. And so when you get online and people are trying to like tamper down that joy, I think I love the way they said there's power in joy. So you can't, like, people cannot take that away from you, because it's a state of being. It's an emotional state. It's actually, don't you think on like Abraham Hicks on that guidance scale, and what's the other one? I always forget. It's the name of the town from Stranger Things.
The name of the town?
Yeah, what was the town in Stranger Things? It's the same. It's Abraham
Maslow.
Hicks. They have theirs, and then it's shit. Anyway,
I don't remember.
oh God, it's gonna come to me. Perimenopause brain. Anyway, those two scales, if you Google them, you can see like people have put together images, and usually joy is like the top emotion.
Yeah, it is. Right.
So, and it's even one of the five Chinese medicine. It's one of the five emotions. So it's like that strength in being able to be in joy no matter what you're doing. And I remember when we went to Yogaville in Virginia,
Oh,
and
Yogaville.
they would play the tapes of, isn't it Yogananda? Is that who it is? Yeah. They play his tapes. Like they would have silent lunches sometimes, and they just play his tapes over like the speakers, and you'd be listening to that. And man, that guy was just cracking jokes about everything. People were asking him about their divorce, and he's just like, he's not poking fun at them at all. He's just making it lighthearted. Like the Egyptians, when they would weigh your heart when you died to see how lighthearted you were. It was like this idea of being lighthearted before you died was like the best thing you could be. So
Right. It's the only thing that we can control is when we learn how to activate happiness from the inside, rather than allowing like something like, rather than expecting ourselves to be entertained in order to be happy. It's, can you find happiness simply in being? Which is crazy, because I was just reading an article not too long ago, like maybe a couple days ago, about how we need to start doing more of that, which is, rather than seeking external resources to fuel the happiness, it's learning how to create our own happiness in any situation.
yeah, I think too, it can be hard. I mean, it can be hard to not find joy in every moment, but it's practice and it's work in my mind. It's like, it's a choice, first of all, but then it's also getting yourself in the habit of it, and then realizing when you're in a funk and doing what you can to shift out of it.
Yeah, I've just been getting on the ground lately and like getting down in Shiba's face. That's my dog. And just being like, oh, she's so precious, because they are animals, children. They spark
Yeah.
that joy in us, because, I mean, seriously, they're happy every time we walk in the door. Maybe not a teenager, but think back to toddler days. Toddlers are happy.
Right.
Teenagers are never happy unless,
No.
they're getting something. Okay, anything else around the Two of Hearts for November that would help our queens to straighten their crowns?
They're showing me kind of like smoothing out a blanket that has wrinkles in it. And then they immediately kind of corrected themselves, because they don't want it to feel like it's a message of perfectionism. But it's like, you know, when you're trying to make something completely smooth, it's like you go over to this corner and you kind of smooth that out, and you go over to that side and kind of smooth that out. And they're kind of showing us doing that in different aspects of our lives. Um, you know, and this is like such a broad range of things that it could be, but it's kind of like they're not even saying that we have to do it. It's that these things are going to be happening, and we're going to see this pattern happening in our lives. So they're giving me an example of an experience I had recently where I thought there was going to be like a big problem that I was going to have at my job, and it was going to be all this work, and I was going to have to do all this stuff. And then all of a sudden it just went away. So it's like this was going to become a wrinkle, and now it's not. This is a little bit of a wrinkle, and all of a sudden it's taken care of itself. So there could be some straightening that you have to do, but there could be some other things where it's kind of like waiting it out. Like if you feel like something's happening that is becoming a wrinkle, just give it like 3 days and see what happens.
Nice.
So it's like, it's almost like stopping the immediate needing to react or the immediate needing to fix, and just starting to do more wait and see, and just kind of trust that it's going to iron itself out. This is a huge lesson of people learning how to start trusting their universe, their higher selves. And they're reminding me of when I first taught my very first Reiki teacher training, and I had like 4 people signed up, and then 2 people bailed, and my Reiki teacher was like, don't worry, it's going to work out the way it's supposed to. Like the people that need to be here will be here. And then I got 2 more signups right at the last minute. So it just all worked out right at the last minute, and there was no point in me worrying about it. So it's that kind of example where it's kind of like you don't have to make a decision until you have to make a decision.
Right.
So don't try to pre-decide
Or pre-worry.
or pre-figure it out, right?
Yeah, running through all the scenarios in your head so that you're fully prepared whenever whatever happens, when in reality, you're going to be fully prepared regardless.
Yeah, and that's something we teach in whisper training, is like giving you like techniques and practices so you can sense and feel what your higher self feels like to you. And then also where you even would ask the question to yourself, do I need to make this decision now, or should I wait? Like, do I have all the information I need? It's kind of, they're like, this is people getting into the flow. Like, this is what the flow looks like. We're used to like all that masculine energy of, and I don't mean male masculine, you know, we're talking yin and yang, masculine, feminine energy. Masculine being where you like take action, make a to-do list, check the thing off the list. Feminine where you feel into it. So it's kind of bringing you more into that balance of, I'm going to feel into this, and then I'm going to take the action when it's actually time, not just because I have some kind of anxiety about the outcome.
Right.
So
Ooh, I like
they're
that.
saying, they're showing us like people listening to this kind of getting more into that rhythm and that flow. Do you have anything else?
No, you were talking, well, yes, I don't know why I said no. While you were talking, what they were flashing me is this Instagram post that I read yesterday. And essentially the post was written by a woman, middle-aged woman, and she was responding to another woman's commentary on the No Kings rally, and sort of the label that she was putting on people who attended. And this woman who made the post was basically saying, you're missing the point. You don't quite have it right. These aren't fringe people that showed up. You know, these are, you know, people who look like us, people who are like us, middle-aged women or whatever, from the vantage point of the person's post. And I'm getting to the reason why I'm bringing this up. Basically, she was saying is, I'm showing up because that feels like the right thing to do. And I'm bringing my friends with me, and we're showing up together. We're creating this sense of community by being active in the things that matter to us. So as we think about the 2 of Hearts, sometimes it's easy to get stuck in like, it should just be a dyad. It should just be, you know, 2 people, 2 things, 2 places, whatever. But it can be broader than that. It's really more about the feeling of partnering. And you can partner with your coven, your gaggle of friends. Like you can partner with, your community. It doesn't just have to be a one-on-one thing. So maybe in November, for some, it's going to be that you're bonding and coming together with those that are like-minded and supportive and bring you joy.
The other thing that comes in with that Two of Hearts is the heart is emotions. So it's like, where's your emotional support system? And kind of reaching out for that more and finding those like pillars that can support you, people or whatever, community, organizations, things like that.
Love that. I can't think of a better way to wrap up November. Feels like a blanket, a warm blanket.
A warm blanket. Yeah. So if you have questions, we will go into the bubble and we will check in with our higher selves and answer your questions. They can be on any topic. So feel free to jump on to our website, rainworld.co/podcast, and you can get to that form. And it's also in our Instagram link in bio area, and it'll be below this video and the other podcasts that wherever you're listening.
Yep. All right. Good luck. Keep us updated. Let us know how November goes. Bye, Queens.
That wraps this episode of One Card Shy. Did you love it? Leave us a review, share it with your friends, and sign up for our monthly crown straightener. Bonus, you'll get our free Claim Your Crown guide when you subscribe.
And be sure to find us on Instagram and check out our website. Both are rainworld.co. All the links are below. See you next time, Queens.